Of all the dynamic changes downtown St. Paul has seen in recent years, new trains, new ballpark, new life for old buildings. The most important change of all may be a change in attitude towards the Mississippi River.
We turned our back on the river for a century, and over the last 20 years we've been making that connection again. So whether it was the work at Harriet Island or the trails along Shepherd Road, this is the next phase of that, to really connect the downtown area directly to the riverfront, have this beautiful walk that would go from Lower Town all the way up to Seven Corners. It really captures the imagination.
It took imagination and long-term vision for an idea called the River Balcony. It came from a master plan adopted by the St. Paul City Council in 2013, known as the Great River Passage, which outlines ways to make St. Paul's 26 miles of Mississippi riverfront more accessible to the public.
So the concept of the river balcony is about a 1.2-mile elevated pedestrian pathway from the Science Museum to Union Depot on the downtown side of the river. So it's up on the high part of the bluff. It will be publicly accessible at all times, and we hope to have different things happening along the river balcony. So in some parts you might be walking along it, and other parts you might stop and have a beer. There might be some public art activities along it, but the point is that it will be a public, about 22-foot wide walkway all the way from the Science Museum to the Union Depot.
The balcony will offer great views of the river valley, and for those who want to get right down to the water's edge, boardwalks near the Science Museum and Union Depot, and a land bridge below Kellogg Park will connect pedestrians down to the Sam Morgan Regional Trail along the shoreline. The river balcony is a grand concept, but it won't be completed overnight. Cooperation between public and private property owners will be crucial. Ramsey County owns several parcels that are integral to the plan, including the Ramsey County Government West and East properties.
Ramsey County has always understood that these are very valuable parcels, more valuable eventually than just having county staff in them. So their real estate program is to sell both of those and eventually get them back on the tax rolls. We will really use opportunities along the way when private developers are ready to do something on parcels. We will work with them to design the river balcony right at their site. And then when we do work on Kellogg Mall Park, we would be the lead in that, and then we would lead the design and probably the funding of that part. So it really will take all parties to make this work over time.
The likely first phase of the project will connect properties on the eastern portion of the downtown bluff from Robert Street to the Union Depot, including the Custom House Hotel and apartment development in the former post office building. The central and western portions of the balcony will be developed later. On the river itself, other exciting plans are in the works.
We have been working with Viking River Cruises. They are interested in coming up to St. Paul for the first time, and we want them to land at Lower Landing, which is just over my shoulder. So it's a nice coordination with the river balcony in that that's one of the locations where those elevated boardwalks will come down to the river's edge. So people can get off the Viking cruise ship, walk up that elevated boardwalk, and be immediately at Union Depot and connect to other regional rail or light rail.
Viking cruise ships, which travel extensively on European rivers, could be docking in St. Paul as soon as 2017.
So you can imagine visitors from across the world would be coming up the Mississippi River, and their first contact with the city of St. Paul would be to connect to this river balcony, really bring them into downtown and maybe to a game at CHS Field or an event at Rice Park or Mears Park. It's just a great opportunity.
You can keep up with the latest plans for the river balcony by visiting their website at stpaul.gov/riverbalcony.
We are in an amazing part of the Mississippi River. Many people don't get to enjoy it, and we really feel like giving them this public pathway will allow them to understand the grandeur of this river here and really reconnect to it again. It's an economic development opportunity as well for those parcels that will be redeveloped adjacent to the balcony. So it's a great thing for the city.
you.